This is Charlie giving you Friday's market update, live trading. But I'm actually recording this on Thursday because I'm not around Friday morning. This morning, as you're watching this, I'm not here. So I thought, okay, I'll see if I can find a trade on Thursday morning. The only thing is, I've got a client with me here who's going to be arriving. It's only 7:30 now, and he's going to be arriving any second for some coaching and live trading. So if I can do this video whilst he's here, then great, and find something. Then great. So this will get posted up and you'll watch this as a normal Friday update, but obviously you're going to need to go back to yesterday's charts because this is when I'm recording it, yesterday, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So anyway, what I'm looking for is a cheeky long, if I can get it. On the pound dollar, we've had these beautiful moves down overnight, great moves down yesterday in the FOMC, and likewise in the dollar yen, we went up. I was just looking, I've seen Doji down here, and I was looking to see if we can come back down to the lower bands and see if I can get an entry, but at the moment it's not obviously giving me one, so if it's just going to go, then it may go without me. If it goes higher, then later on this morning, then I'll look for a short. So we don't know just yet. So I'll press pause for now and we'll see what happens. Right, just back, and Jason's here with me now, and so it's now what? Just after 8 o'clock actually. He's eating all my biscuits, guys. This guy, he's come over for coaching. He's eating me out of house and home. He's just had a steak for breakfast, and so we're watching these prices here and just trying to find a trade here so that this can go out to you tomorrow, Friday. And so the pound, if I put this onto an hourly chart, you'll see the overall trend has obviously been down since last night, and we're just sort of chopping sideways. However, the momentum has switched to positive on the hourly charts. So even though we're obviously down overall, so I'm looking to see if I can find maybe a cheeky trade at some point on the long side, as we've got some positive momentum and we're a bit overextended on that short side so far. So what I'm going to be waiting for is to see if price comes back into the bands at some point here. When price comes back into the bands and retest the lower band, then I'll look to go long. So, but obviously if we carry on and we break to new lows, it doesn't matter if we break to marginal new lows actually, because that often takes stops out, so that's a good thing. So if we broke to new lows, marginal new lows, then came back into the bands, I'll be okay with that. So we'll have a look at this, but at the moment, because of where the momentum is mostly positive, then I'm going to have to leave. I can't short it, so so there we go. So it has come to new lows, so that's good. So I'm going to be looking to see if it comes back into the bands, and then see if there's a long side trade on. So we'll press pause for now, and we'll come back to this. Right, okay, so we're coming down to this lower band here. I mean, I don't think this is one of the best of trades that I'll have taken on these video updates, but we're going to put this in, we're going to give it a go. This could be over very quickly, so I've just got 2 units in there. I'm going to put a stop down at the low, and I think it could be over very, very, very quickly. And I can actually show you the account for a change, because I'm actually flat. For a change, I'm not in other positions, so there's a little trade there. I better hurry up and get my stops in place, so let's go quickly do those. I'm just getting them done off screen. So I'm putting that in at 159. Stop the lows down there at 64, so I'll put it, if I actually put it in at 64, that won't stop me out until it goes to 63. 159. Right, okay, so the nice thing is with this trade is it's it's not a big stop, so from where I got in, so we're looking at what, 6 pips, 7 pips, but we'll see if this stabilizes. Now we've just closed on the outside of the lower band. That's not great, but if we can come back inside the band, then I'll add to the position, but at the moment I'll just put the 2 in, and if it comes down to actually that stops slightly wrong, I need to put that in at 63. So I'm just doing that. Oh, there we go. I think I've just been stopped anyway. Right, now that was a very, very quick trade. I've just been stopped there. Like I said, it was a higher risk trade. I'm trying to get a trade done quickly for the video update for as I've got Jason here with me as well. Now, what we'll do though is this could just be a bit of probing actually. So I'm still going to watch, and if we come back in the bands, then we'll give it another go. So there we go. We can see the trade. There it is. 109 £9 lost on that little trade there. So we'll always give it another go. And so I'll press pause for now, and we'll see if we can get something else. But not the best of trade setups here this morning. I'm just trying to force it a little bit, but I can see the potential for a little bit of a reversal. So we shall see. So like I said, as we've got some positive momentum in the background, yes. So if we come back up again, this could have just been another little flush and a bit of probing. So if we come back up again, then I'll give it another shot. Okay, so we're going to give this another shot. It flushed me out there, and just as if we can do a little dip, just a pip or so, we'll give it another go down to here. So I'm just looking for a small dip, and we're going with 2 units again, 2 lot trade. And so whatever happens, I'm only going to lose a couple £100 if I lose on this. So and if that's the case, then we might have to call it a wrap, because Jason and I need to get on. Now I've pressed play. It's always the way. See, Jason? See what I mean? See, I always say on the video updates, as soon as I press play, then the market does something. You know, it moves away from you. And look at that. So I was waiting for an entry there. So I've got to be patient. I've got to let the market come to me here. So as Jason's just reminded me, very kind of him. So I've got to try and wait for this. I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen, because you guys can't see me doing that. But yeah, I need to wait for the market to come to me. So, and sometimes it won't, and if it doesn't and it just flies up from here, so be it. Then I miss out, my loss, my miss. But at least you can see what I'm trying to do here this morning. It's aggressive, yes, but they're because of the trend. But then we do have, like I kept saying, positive momentum in the background, and so the potential is for a bit of a bounce against that overall trend. Now, it's almost like the market knew that I took that trade this morning. You know, like a lot of people say that the market knew that I was going to take that trade. So I've just got to be a little bit patient here, and hopefully it doesn't just go exploding higher, and I can still find a bit of an entry at some point. So I'll just press pause for a second, and we'll see if we can get an entry. Okay, right, so it looks like we're coming close to the lower bands, but as I've just pressed record again, Jason's laughing. It started going back up again, and we were just joking about this. So this is becoming a terrible video update, because we're 7 minutes in and all I've done is talked a load of waffle. But so look, I've just pressed record there. So if it can come back down just a little bit, then we'll get some in, just for the sake of the update, rather than me trying to be so anal and trying to get my actual entry that I want. So at least I'll get one entry in. I don't want to miss the move if it is going to be turning. So I'll give it a second, and it's still hovering. I'll press pause. Okay, I'm gonna put 1 unit in, because we keep on missing. And at least if I put this unit in, like I've just done there, so I've just gone along with 1 unit, the market's bound to come down now. It's always a little trick. So okay, it'll come down for my actual other levels. So I've just gone along with 1 unit, and hopefully we can come down. I'm chasing it a little bit now. We want to get this done, and I don't want to miss out by being so anal that we can't get in. Now, if this does go up and I can't get the second units in, then so be it. We'll just trade it with the 1 unit. But for now, we're in, and we'll see if we can get another one in shortly. Okay, so it finally is coming back down for my lower levels now, so I'll get that extra unit in, and then I suspect what's going to happen, even if I'm going to be right here, it's probably going to take an hour or two to gradually maybe move up if I am right. So the first unit I got in at 75, and so we'll see if we can get this one in as it's coming down, and the stop's going to be down at 62. So again, we're talking about 13 pips from the first entry, and hopefully around about 10 pips from the second entry. Now I've pressed record again, it's stopping, so we're gonna have to just put this in, because I haven't got the time to play around too much. So let's see if we can okay, we're gonna go in here. So undoubtedly it'll probably come down for that band, but we're just running out of time, and I'm trying to juggle too much here today. So we've got 2 units in, and we're going to see what happens over the time now. So I'll press pause. Right, just back. I've got to take some profit off, guys, and I'll explain why in a minute. So let's just bring up one of the deal tickets. So we're going to close out one of those now. Now the account is doing masterfully well this morning. We're up a huge 31, 34 pounds there in total so far. And the reason I've had to take some profit off is because actually on the 4 hourly charts we're coming into some key resistance. So let me just take us out to the 4 hour time frame. That resistance is my outer band on the 4 hour chart, so I knew we're coming to hit that. It's only 10 past 9 now, which means this band isn't going to be moving for for 3 hours yet, but this could prove to be fairly significant resistance. So hopefully it doesn't, and if we can push a little bit into the band, great, but I wouldn't expect too much. I won't expect too much. If it does go, then great, but I had to take some off there. So now and then what I'll do is if it can get up to just below 160, the round psychological number will come out. We've got the pivot at just over yesterday's lows at just above 160, so just below 160 would be a convenient place to close out, and that's going to be it. And this is a really good. I was doing a webinar last night, and I was talking about when you trade defensively, and when I've been trading this. This is the 10K challenge account. That if you have a losing trade first of all, or two losing trades, then you end up you can still take another trade, but you've got to trade defensively for the rest of the day, or you don't expect anymore to be making your hundreds of pounds of profit when you've already absorbed a loss. I mean, today's different anyway because the setups weren't, it was counter trend, and all of that. It's not the best of setups, but what this is a really good training point about if you have a losing trade early on, you've got to accept that you're probably not going to get your overall daily target anymore. It's less likely unless a really sweet setup comes along, and so you trade defensively, and that's how you stop your small account from taking these larger drawdowns. When you've got a larger account, you can absorb larger drawdowns, but on a small account you can't. And so trade defensively and just accept, okay, it's not going to happen today, but if I go back to break even or even marginal loss or a marginal profit, well, that's great. And that's the attitude to have, rather than having the attitude of a typical retail trader, which is I've got to make back the losses and I've got to still get to that overall profit, my profit target, daily target. That's the wrong attitude to have. Accept that you're going to have losing days or days which don't meet your target, and then you'll trade much better, and you won't turn those trades which start off, those days which for everybody they start off the same. You have one losing trade, and that's all it is. And that day starts off as a fairly normal day, and then it becomes into a catastrophe. And that's what you need to protect yourself from doing, is turning what would have just been a marginal losing day into something catastrophic by trying to overtrade and make back your losses. Hopefully I'm making some sense there. I'm going to press pause and we'll see where this trade goes to. Actually, I'll move the stop up a little bit as well. So I'll move the stop up to about 68 now, up to here. So we won't take too much of a loss off this if it was to roll over. Okay, so just back. So we're nearly there actually on this second part of the trade on the ticket. So it's getting up there. I've put an order in at 98 to close us out because we're right into this resistance zone. And so I don't want to get too greedy here, so I'm just watching this, and I've moved the stop up to 75, but we'll start trailing it right up actually now. So I'll trail the stop up to I'm watching an indicator which is showing how overbought we are. We're not at an extreme level of overboughtness, but we're getting there, and so I'd like to trail the stop up a bit and lock in the profits for the day, because if it came back down to break even, I wouldn't be locked in yet. So let's move up, and then the nice thing with today, like I was just saying earlier, is that it's now whatever happens, even if I get stopped out at 85, will make practically nothing. The account's only up £92 now, but like I was already saying earlier on, this is a really good example of trading defensively. If I'd have lost on this one, then that would have been it. Scratch for the day, would have lost £200. Nice, nothing too major, and then you just move on, say it's not working for you today, leave it alone, move on to the following day. But and even when we're up on this trade, we're trading effectively defensively to just manage this out, and so that accept that it's not going to be a big profitable day today. Today was always going to be a tough day anyway on the day following FOMC, because the big moves were all last night, yesterday evening. So to pull any money out of the markets in the morning can sometimes be difficult after FOMC. So we'll see what happens, but whatever happens, we're trading defensively, and at least we're in a position now where we can't lose. So I think it's overall not been a bad lesson today in trading. For some of you will really pick up on that and appreciate that trading defensively is very good for one's account. Okay, finally back. It's just hit the target. We put the limit order in at 98, and it's just hit that. So let's bring up this whopper of a trades today. So there we go. So we've made £112. So remember the first trades there this morning were at 71.71, and we got stopped out very promptly at 62 and 63. And then the second trade, we got an entries at 75.1 and 72.8. And we took the first profit because we were hitting that outer band on the 4-hourly chart, and then the second profit target was just ahead at 98, just ahead of the round number, the psychological 160 round number. We're still against a lot of resistance. We could go a little bit higher, but when you're going effectively counter to what was quite a substantial trend yesterday, we want to be locking in some of those gains. So hopefully that's been a good lessons there today, more so in defending your P&L, so to speak. If we would have taken a second loss, then it was always possible to take another trade, but I wouldn't be looking to turn the day into a profitable day. It's all about the mindset. Hopefully that's been some use to you today, Friday. I'm recording this yesterday, remember, Thursday. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.